สวัสดีค่ะ and welcome back to At Brain Site here on GBN Station. You are now with me, Konkanat Wishitpan, reporting to you weekly news update on Buddhism from around the world. Let's take a look together. The Okanagan Buddhist Cultural Center was a busy place on September 4th for its grand opening. With a few hundred people in attendance, speeches were made by several of those involved in the project. Buddhist monks and nuns and City of Kelowna representatives. The 2-hour ceremony began at 11 a.m. and also marked Parents' Day. Those unable to attend had the opportunity to watch the ceremony online as the center live-streamed the event. The new center is located on Muckford Road in the old St. Aidan's Church built in 1933. Take a look inside the suburban family home, which was dramatically converted into a stunning Thai Buddhist temple. The house on Slateford Road, Edinburgh, was opened in 2005 after undergoing a £120,000 renovation in response to the Indian Ocean tsunami on Boxing Day 2004. Thousands was poured into the huge refurbishment, with the temple remaining open to the public. It was also used as a food bank during the pandemic, as well as teaching meditation, which is popular with non-Buddhists, Wales Online reports. A new 500-kilogram gold leaf Buddha has gone on display, which will be exhibited in the National Museum of Scotland next year. Gajan Gerdpol, shaman of temple, said the temple had existed since 2005. It was brought together as a result of the Thai community that came together after the tsunami in Asia. It has grown into a community hub for well-being and hosts meditation classes, not for profit. An extension was added for a smaller Buddha, which was donated after being displayed at the Chelsea Flower Show, worth £20,000. The shaman added, the renovation cost around £50,000, but people and communities really got behind the project and gave us massive discounts. It would have been around £120,000, but for people giving us discounts and keeping prices down. The celebration, Kathina, is a 2,500-year-old festival which comes at the end of a 3-month rainy season retreat for Buddhists in the Far East. Kathina lasts for a month and it usually begins after the full moon of October. Rain's retreat, considered similar to Lent in the Christian faith, it is the act of remaining in one place for 3 months and can feature intense meditation. Kathina is a time of giving and is also the largest almsgiving event in the Buddhist calendar. It is an annual traditional celebration in the faith where Buddhists gather and offer robes to their monastic community. The celebration takes place on Sunday, October 16th at the Dhammagaya Meditation Center in Church Street, Hebburn, between 9:15 a.m. and 3 p.m. The venue was formerly the impressive St. Andrew Church, but is now a Buddhist temple. The occasion is also the 12th anniversary of the installation of the last stained glass window onto the church. The activities will start from meditation, chanting, ceremony of installation of the last stained glass window, and traditional Buddhist almsgiving. Siddhartha Zintan's India, founded by the renowned Bhutanese Lama and filmmaker and author Dongsa Jamyang Khensi Rinpoche, has announced a new update to the ambitious initiative to illuminate the sacred Mahabodhi temple in Bodh Gaya. Despite delays to the pandemic lockdowns and restrictions in India, the organization announced that the project is now poised to be completed, and an international competition is being held for the design of a light sculpture art installation that will be featured in the outer and inner sanctums of the Mahabodhi. The sacred endeavor, dubbed Lighting the Mahabodhi, is perhaps the most ambitious Buddhist light offering ever. The objective has been to overhaul the temple complex aged lighting and electrical systems to create what may be the largest and longest-lasting Buddhist light offering in history. Dongsa Khyentse Rinpoche proposed in the undertaking in 2015 and in 2017 received approval from the both Gaya Temple Management Committee and the Gaya District Magistrate. The panel of judges for the light sculpture contest includes designers and artists, all of whom are inspired by the Buddha Dharma and by the sacred heritage of the Mahabodhi Temple. The 15-meter-tall Great Buddha statue in Nara was cleaned for the first time in 3 years on August 7th. This is an annual purifying ritual called Ominugui at Todaiji Temple, and it had not been done for the past 2 years due to the COVID-19 pandemic. After conducting a Buddhist service, which is believed to remove the soul of the Buddha, about 140 monks and worshippers dressed in white and wearing masks set to work. They climb on the hands and knees of the national treasure and wipe it with cloths. Some were dusting it while suspending a basket from the ceiling of the Great Buddha Hall. It took about 2 hours to purify the statue. According to Nara Traveler Guide, Emperor Shomu promoted construction of provincial temples throughout Japan in order to eliminate social unrest of that time, such as repeated political changes and riots, with the power of Buddhism, idea of nation protection. On the other hand, the emperor decided to build a great Buddha as the principal image of the Todaiji Temple. The construction of the world's largest gilt bronze statue of Vairocana was started. In 752, the ceremony for opening the eyes of a newly constructed image was conducted with great success.
Good evening, everyone. Today, I wanted to address the topic of what do you do at the end of your meditation. And there are many options, but first, you need to meditate. Take the time to still your mind and get it as pure, get it as bright, and get it as still as possible. And at the end of the meditation, there are a few options that you can try. One is spreading loving kindness. And with this loving kindness, spread it to yourself. Get this good energy to cover all parts of you, cover every pore in your body, spread it to cover the room, spread it to cover the community, spread it to cover your city and your state and the country and the whole world, but expand this loving kindness energy to all beings, include yourself and others. Another thing that you can do at the end of your meditation is to ask for forgiveness. And like loving kindness, start with yourself. Many times we are so hard on ourselves. We can carry burdens and resentments with ourselves. So start there and be very gentle and kind with yourself and let go. With this then, ask for forgiveness to those around you, family members, friends, and then you can even spread forgiveness to those who have passed away. And again, this energy, there's still a connection for us is anything we've done intentionally, anything we've done unintentionally, may I ask for forgiveness, and hopefully this negative karmic ties can be reduced or lessened. Another thing that you can do is with your good deeds of sitting in meditation, you produce this pure, positive, bright energy. Now share it with others who are alive. You can share it with your family and loved ones, and then you can also share it with those who passed away as well. But this is one more option for you at the end of your meditation. And the last thing that you can do is then make a resolution for yourself and make wishes, set the future path for yourself, lay out the groundwork, and then these merits will catch up to it. But any of these four things are an option. You can do just one at a time. You can put them all together. But for me, even more important than that, I wanted to talk about meditation in general and why it's so important and why we put it at the end of our meditation is because we want our mind to be still. We want our mind to be bright. And the way you can look at it is think of a radio. And with this radio, it has a signal. And you've all experienced it where you're driving in the car and the signal is weak and you hear the static and the connection is not so strong. And for us, it's the same way regarding energy and why we have you to get your mind as still as possible is because then you can connect with this purity. You can connect with this brightness and your signal when you ask for forgiveness, when you share your merits, when you spread loving kindness, and when you make these resolutions, your signal is so strong. Otherwise, if your mind is dark and it's heavy and it's resentful and it's very clouded, you can do these things, but the signal and the connectivity, it's not that strong. So for me, I just wanted to share this so you can get the full benefit. But always especially in the monastery, in the Buddhist tradition, before we do any kind of offering, any kind of giving, any kind of donations, or any ceremony, we always start with meditation first. Then we want to make sure that you're pure, that is your intention even correct? So get still, get calm, get pure, and get the connectivity to the center as strong as possible. So when you do these acts at the end of your meditation, when you do these good deeds, you will get the full benefits. And again, like I said, the connectivity is right there and you will get the full benefits. So hopefully this is helpful. Continue to meditate daily and then continue to use these options at the end of your meditations. But I hope this is helpful, and again, blessings to all of you and be safe. Satu.
And before we end our news program, I have a couple of the Lord Buddha's Dharma code for all of you. Let's take a look.
There is this lake, clear, limpid, and undisturbed. And there are these shells, gravel and pebbles, and also these shoals of fish swimming about and resting. So too a monk understands that it actually is. This is suffering, he understands. Birth is destroyed, the holy life has been lived. What had to be done has been done. There is no more coming back to any state of being.
We finally reached the end of our At Brian News program. Please make sure to check out our episodes of our At Brian News program on our website, gbnus.com. Thank you for joining us. อนุโมทนาบุญ สวัสดีค่ะ